Should you start a clothing brand in 2025? You want my honest opinion? Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy MJ here at MJ the Greatest on all platforms. Back with this week's episode. Huge shout out to y'all for the loves, the comments, the subscriptions. Every way y'all show love. Thank y'all so much every single week for just chilling with me, hanging out. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the question that I'm sure, obviously, if you're watching this, you want to know, and many others probably want to know. Should you start a clothing brand in 2025? My honest answer, y'all, if you want to. If you want to, do it. If you don't, don't. But like, the purpose of this video, the purpose of this episode is to just talk about why that answer is what it is, why I'm still in clothing, why I'm still doing it, why I still love it, all of that, right? And just felt like this was a good video to come next because my last video was about how I ended my clothing brand after 5 years and I'm starting my new one. And I know people are probably still like, clothing, why is that a thing? That's so 2 years ago, that's so 5 years ago, starting a clothing brand, right? But that's another reason that I felt like making this video was so important, because it's like everybody's story, everybody's journey is different, right? And I felt like for a little bit there, from like 2020 to maybe now or maybe last year, whatever, we kind of all were doing the same things and just kind of trying to figure it out, right? Like, do we like clothing enough to want to actually do it as a business? Do we like doing this? Do we like doing that? Just kind of like dabbling our hand in different things to see what it is we do like, right? And that's why I answered the question that way. It's like, if you want to, right? But the thing about it is, this is more than just a passion project for me, right? Like, it's not just like, hey, I seen somebody over there make a clothing brand, I want to do the same. No, this is actually like something that I felt called to do, and so that I'm doing it, right? Like I said in my first video and I said in my last video, I never once ever in my life envisioned having a clothing brand prior to 2020. I never thought about it. I never flirted with the idea. It was never really appealing to me. I never thought of myself as a designer, all of those things. But on that fateful day in October of 2020, it all came to me. The story is exactly like I said. I was chilling with my friend sitting right across from me. I had the idea. I told him, we moved forward. That same day I downloaded an app. It's called like UDoodle or something like that. I cooked up like 2 or 3 designs, and then within that month we had a clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it all came quick. But I say all that to say is like, I feel like me having a clothing brand, that was something I was called to do. I was called to put my art, to put my perspective into the world, right? I don't feel like it was something that I just saw like, oh, everybody's doing it, so I'm gonna go and do it too. Like, that's not even my, like, that's not my style, right? Now, I don't care how many people doing it. If I feel like I have something to add to the game, I'm gonna bring that, because I know that nobody can do me better than me. And that's why I'm still doing clothing. That's why I'm coming with a new clothing brand, because it's all me, right? I actually genuinely feel like I have something to add to the game that's not there yet, that we haven't seen before, right? If I didn't feel or think that way, I wouldn't be doing this. That's why I ended my last clothing brand, because I knew that in a way, the things that I was releasing and the things that, in the work that I was doing, some of those pieces were adding to the game, but a lot of it was just clutter in the way of actual great stuff, right? Like, there's so many clothing brands out, but you have your favorite ones, I have my favorite ones, and we know why they're our favorite, because there's something about it that sticks out. Whether it's the designs, the quality, the person behind it, the mission, any of those things. So now, knowing all the experience that I had from those previous 5 years, I got to actually pour that into something and start over, start from the beginning, start from scratch. But my knowledge was on a whole nother level. So I'm starting from scratch, but like, I have 5 years prior knowledge of running a clothing brand. So it's like, I'm really not starting over. I'm really kind of refreshing, you know, just cleaning the slate and starting over from, I don't know. I don't even like saying starting over, because I feel like I've already built up so much momentum, and I have so much momentum, you know? So that's a big thing, right? If you don't feel like you can add something to the game, if you don't feel like your work being out there does something to the world of fashion, or does something to the state of the clothing climate, maybe it's not for you, right? Maybe that's not for you. If you think that having a clothing brand is just cool and it's just a cash grab, maybe this is not for you, right? Like, I am in this for long term. I'm in this for a legacy play, right? Like, I look at all the top brands, and I said this to my brother the other day, the one thing that they all have in common is time. That's why they're so big, because they were able to stand the test of time. All the famous like designer brands we know, it's just time. Gucci, Prada, Louis, Louboutin, Balenciaga. Time in the game, right? And I understand that. I understand that it takes longevity. And see, all of these little elements and things that create a successful clothing brand, I had no clue about before. I was just kind of just on a wing and a prayer, right? And it was great, it was fun, but like, I had to learn these things so that now I can apply it and move forward correctly. But this is one of those things where it's just like, you know what's for you ultimately, right? You can be watching this video right now, listening to what I'm saying and saying, you know what? I still want to do a clothing brand. Good. Because if what I've said just now stopped you from wanting to do it, then that probably means you didn't really want to do it. Or you maybe didn't have the full information to know if you wanted to do it or not, right? And that's okay, because clothing may not be your thing. It just so happened to be my thing. And I know that because it came to me. What's that thing that came to you? You may not know it, but you may have ignored it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there may be something, some talent, some gift, and I'm sure it's not even a maybe. It is something, some gift, some talent, some passion that you do have, that you know you could be very successful at, that you know you can make money off of and be proficient at. You maybe just haven't started yet. Maybe just was a little nervous about it, or just ignored it. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is, when I got that nudge, I took the first step. And I like to say this a lot, the first step is always going to be the hardest one. You know, the second hardest step, keep going. And the third hardest step is what I just found out, is knowing when to turn, knowing when to pivot, right? Like, it hurt kind of ending my first brand, right? It hurt, but I felt so much better knowing that I was going on to start something new, and that was actually fully me. So that better feeling that I got from ending it kind of superseded the bad feeling that I had from ending it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense to y'all, like, I felt ultimately better starting something new than I felt bad about stopping something that I knew kind of had ran its course, right? And that's part of it. You got to know when to say when. So, should you start a clothing brand at 25? That's all completely up to you. I know that clothing is for me, and I'm going to continue doing clothing because it's for me. I have something to add to the game, and I'm confident in that, right? It's not about instantly making money. It's not about being famous or going viral. I think all those things are quite in store for me, right? But it's like the work. It's about the work. Do you love the work that you're doing? If you just think it's for money, if you just think it's for fame, if you just think it's to look cool, maybe that's not your thing. Find the thing that you like, you actually like, that you love, that you're passionate about, that you could put out there and not really care whether or not somebody says A, okay, yay or nay, right? Like, when I make a fire piece and I wear that, I don't care what anybody else thinks, because I know it's fire, right? But when people come and say, hey, I like that, hey, I like it, adds on, right? But it starts with me. If I like it, I love it, and I don't care what anybody else thinks, right? So that is the gist of that, right? And a lot of these things come from knowing myself, going through 5 years of time, going through the self-reflection. And I spoke on this in my last video as well. I'm working on a workbook that kind of helps people go through all of these stages and steps, right? Including exercises, prompts, reflections, all of these different types of things that I personally went through over the course of 5 years to get to a point of self-awareness, to where I know myself, what I like, what I don't like, what's for me, what's not for me, strengths, weaknesses, etc. Addressing all those little things, because I'm a firm believer that until you know yourself, you don't really know the full potential you can have on the outward world, right? So look in first and then look outward. That book is something that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Like I said, I'm not gonna rush that, because I don't think that that's something that, not even that I don't think, I know that that's something that I don't want to play around with. I want to make sure I give y'all the best quality product that is, because I know how beneficial it's going to be. I know it, y'all. Like, I know 1000% how beneficial it's going to be. So I'm gonna keep y'all posted up on that, just letting y'all know like little updates as it's coming closer to completion. Not gonna give a date, because if y'all know I don't really like giving out dates for stuff like that. But extremely very soon, y'all gonna be able to see clothing extremely very soon as well. I'm excited, y'all, and I think I pretty much said everything I want to say today. Thank y'all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'm back with a new episode each and every week. Peace out. Catch y'all next week. Love.